I do like to have a small 5 minutes time, if it's possible with you, just to close this particular event, if that's okay with you. I know it's coming late. It is my fault that my bad time management is causing this, but I would like to show some of the things that I would like to finish off so that we can go for dinner. I'm sure you have something you want to say about Jim. Actually, that particular booth is still ready until 6:30. Demetrius. So if you do have something you want to say about Jim, Professor Mitchell, please do go to that particular booth and please record. I think we have about 10 at the moment, and I think we want more if you can. Obviously, you may, if you're staying for dinner, yes, please do stay, and then we probably have time to talk about Jim and then sort of share your thoughts about him. So again, today was about Professor Mitchell, and it's to celebrate his life, legacy, impact as an educator, researcher, leader, and mentor at UC Berkeley and Virginia Tech. And I hope you really enjoyed today, and I did as well. I'm sure you remember as a student, and I did forget to mention Dennis Grab. Dennis is still around? Yeah, but he had a hair at that time, so that's why I missed. Sorry, Dennis. But then we had a lot of people, and I hope you remember, and I want you to think about what's the future generation. And for students who stayed until now, thank you very much for staying on, and hope you felt the importance of geotechnical engineering, but more importance of what Jim has done, Professor Mitchell has done to us, and hopefully you become like him and then continue to influence the next generation of our future geotechnical engineers. That's why it's important that we want to keep our graduate fellowship. And sorry to keep on saying about this, but we need your help to get this particular graduate fellowship to be an endowed sort of fellowship. And you already see some people already donated. You see the top one is actually Professor Jim Mitchell, who gave a lot of support. He wants this to happen, and let's try to make it happen. Obviously, Rudy, Ning Lu, who is one of his students, kindly donated a large sum of funding. And then you see Chris Hunt and the others, Joe, who is over here as Ed. And please do support us to make this particular fellowship to be an endowed one. Professor Mike Duncan was his very close colleagues. And actually, I called him and then see whether he can join. Of course, he's not very well, but he sent me a message. And I just want to say about his message to you, if it's okay with you. I can't see very well, but I'll try my best. Thank you for giving me the chance to contribute some of my remembrance of Jim Mitchell, our friendship, and our work together. I was about 5 years behind Jim on Berkeley faculty. Am I reading right? So you can imagine I benefit greatly from the opportunity to learn from him and work with him. Jim was a talented and generous mentor. When I was assistant professor, Jim was an associate professor. When I was an associate professor, Jim was full professor. When I was a full professor, Jim was a regents professor, and so on. I can't imagine a more ideal role model in engineering education. We cooperated in teaching classes, doing research, conducting the Berkeley Geotech program. Jim was also instrumental in finding places for me on ASC committee work and consulting assignments, which added to my experience and advancement. I followed his example and advice for 62 years. I would not have been able to have the career I did without Jim's tutelage. He also talks about his family, so this is to Jim's family. In addition to our professional association, Jim and I have become close friends. The Mitchell family and the Duncan family shared many good times together for many years. Jim and his family and I and my family took turns hosting the annual fall student party where new students, continuous students, and faculty could get to know each other in a casual setting. We also took turns sharing Thanksgiving together and with most foreign graduate students and their families who might not have been familiar with the tradition. Often other geotech faculty and their families were included. I remember there were 25 to 30 people at Thanksgiving dinner one year. If that sounds overwhelming for the host, everyone was assigned something to bring, and the kids did the dishes. In many ways, Jim's family and my family were one family. I miss him and what he brought to my life very much. So that is to Jim's Mitchell's family. When Jim passed away a few days after, Holly, if I may show this to everyone, that Holly took this picture and sent it to me and Catherine. He's been working all the time. And it made me cry. It made me sad. But I felt I gotta keep on working. And I wish I could be like him. And I wish I'm going to be like him. And I hope that you are too until end of your life. And that's what we should do. And this is a great thing that he showed to us. It's been a sad day for many of us, but let's look forward as we all said together. It's time for us to celebrate his life and then trying to see whether we can pass that mottos and everything to the next generation. And that's what we are here for. And hope you enjoy the day today. And then please remember this day, and let's keep on going to make sure that Jim is happy at the heaven. Thank you very much.